Great job, everybody. Give these guys a big round of applause. It really is an honor for me to come here and be with you guys tonight, because I was a public school kid from the Hills, Virginia, and if it hadn't been for a fantastic drama teacher and a fantastic chorus teacher, I would have had the opportunity to pursue my dream and be on Broadway now, and also be the Crunchy Nut guy. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, next time I will don the yellow spandex for you. But thank you very much for all being here and supporting the arts and allowing us to bring Broadway to you. And we had a great time this afternoon talking with the kids, and we talked a little bit about being in show business and like how you get these jobs and what you, and they're like, well, once you get, you know, one Broadway show, it's easier, right? And the answer to that is no. It never gets easier, because you always have to go in. Every time one job ends, you're out there on the street once again looking for the next one. And this next song I decided to sing for you guys, it's a song from a show called The Baker's Wife, which was written by Stephen Schwartz. Anybody know who Stephen Schwartz is? He's most well known for the musical Wicked. Yes. He also wrote the musical Godspell. But this is another one of his shows, and this is a song that I use a lot of times in auditions. Try to make people laugh, try to show people I'm a decent singer. And you know, it's usually me, and then there's like 40 people on the other side behind the table, nobody laughing, everybody looking at pens and pads, whispering to each other. That's what it's like to go into an audition. So it's good to do something you have a lot of fun with. This is a fun little tune. This guy's a cad. He's not the nicest dude in the world, but it's a fun little sing. So here you go. This is Proud Lady. I'm in love. I'm in love again. I'm in love. I'm in love. And isn't it a crime? Isn't it a crying shame that the love of my life should have to be another man's wife? But I finally found the one true love of my life. Next time I go to buy the bread, I know exactly what to wear. My pants are tight, my shirt is red, and open just enough to show a little hair. And when the bag is full and warm, the way I lift it, she can tell. Any action I perform, I do it strong, I do it slow, I do it well. And when I sidle up and whisper in her ear that being near her sends a shiver up my spine, she tells me I'm a swine. She's obviously mine. And I'm singing, oh, proud lady, you and I both know someday you will be mine. And we'll go to a place where the grass is cool and shady. With a smile on your face, you'll come into my arms, and love will flow like wine. I'm in love. I'm in love again. I'm in love. I'm in love. And isn't it a crime? Isn't it a crying shame that the love of my life should have to be another man's wife? I'm sorry for the guy, but there's nothing that I won't try to win the one true love of my whole life. Sometimes that song helps me get the job. Sometimes people behind the table say, thank you very much. Don't call us, we'll call you. Yeah. This next song I'm going to sing for you is from a show called Floyd Collins. Anybody here know the show Floyd Collins? Oh, so you like to. That's why we bring Broadway to you. Because I know the Broadway tickets are very expensive, and so you go to New York, you're like, I'm going to go see Wicked, I want to see Phantom of the Opera, but this is from a show called Floyd Collins. It's a little more of an obscure show because it's about a caver in Kentucky. Sounds like a great idea for a musical, yes. But it's based on a true story. This guy, Floyd Collins, he was around in the 1920s, and he was a caver in Kentucky, and it was one of the first big media circuses in America, if you Wikipedia it tonight. But Floyd got stuck in a cave because he was exploring. He was trying to raise money for tourism in Kentucky cave country. And this song happens at the end of the show because, unfortunately, caving is a dangerous business. And Floyd doesn't make it out of the cave. And this is a beautiful song. It's written by Adam Gettle, who happens to be Richard Rodgers' grandson. So you probably heard of him, a guy who wrote South Pacific, which Jessica sang from earlier tonight. And Adam's one of the new breed of composers in the 21st century writing for the theater. And this is a beautiful tune. As Floyd is, we know he's passing on to the next life, and he has some questions for God as he's entering into that realm. Is it warm? Is it soft against your face? Can you feel the kind breeze inside the breeze? Will there be trees? Is there light? Does it hover on the ground? Does it shine from all around? Or just from you? Is it endless and empty and you wander on your own? Slowly forget about the folks that you know. Or does rising bread fill up the air from open kitchens everywhere? Familiar faces, far as you can see, like a family. Do we live? Is it like a little town? Do we get to look back down at who we love? Are we above? Are we everywhere? Are we anywhere at all? Do we hear a trumpet call us and we're by your side? Will I want or will I wish for all the things I should have done? Longing to finish what I only just begun. Or is the shining truth just waiting there for all the questions everywhere? In a world of wondering, suddenly you know, and you will always know. Will my mama be there waiting for me, smiling like the way she does and holding out her arms, and she calls my name? She will hold me just the same. Oh, that is what we are. I can see so far. Beautiful lady once again. I've known her for 10 years in New York. The beautiful, the talented Jessica Goulet.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble around, heaven opens a magic land. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I?
To see why they kept her on Broadway for like 4 years doing that? Oh my gosh. Guys, we've had such a great day. And I've got to pull out my notes here because there are a lot of people to thank that helped make this whole thing possible. First of all, you're here tonight probably because you know a booster. And how about a great big round of applause for all the booster parents. I know that both Ms. Friese and Mr. Snyder would not be able to do their job effectively without all of the booster parents. They did a lot to make this happen here today. They publicized, they fed us a great meal here today at 5:30. They attended meeting after meeting after meeting where things changed every single time. And they said, well, who's coming then? Oh, it's a different guy than we thought? Well, it happens because people on Broadway get these contracts and they go. And so we change. And thank you very much, booster parents. We really appreciate it. Up in the booth here tonight, actually running all over this theater tonight, because there have been a couple technical things. We've had some things with the monitors. These speakers up here on stage, you know, unfortunately there's a ghost in the machine. They cut in and out. This guy has been scrambling to try to make it right. Tim, thank you very much. Tim McGee, our technical director.